Good morning, everyone. It is Pride season. It is finally here. Um, and I've got to get ready. It feels really weird to be in my drag room right now. Um, I have been for the last 3 weeks doing the New Jersey Renaissance Fair, and I've been waking up at um, you know, 6:30 in the morning to start getting ready. And I tried to sleep in this morning, and my body said, no, no, it's time to wake up, get out of bed. Um, so sleeping in was not an option this morning, but that's fine. I kind of knew I wanted to go live this morning. Um, didn't really have a purpose, but why not? Really wish. Ooh, show comments on stage. Yeah, we'll do that this morning. I want to just want to chat. There's only one person watching so far, so say hi. I'm giving myself plenty of time to wake up and get ready and all that happy fun stuff because I've been doing Lady Viola's face for the last few weeks, which actually I put them on here. I was having so much fun. I had to get creative this year with Viola because the weather was nuts. So here in this picture, you can actually see me wearing my rain hair, my rain headpiece, and my rain skirt. I went to put on my normal rain doublet, and the clasps were broken, which was remarkably frustrating. Um, but things like that happen. Here is, let's post this down here. Ta-da! I guess I could get rid of the inside the dry closet thing since this is not an unofficially sanctioned inside the dry closet episode. But yeah, if you're out and about, make sure you are tipping your performers, or at least just throwing focus to the performers. I saw a great video this week, and it's sadly not unique, but it's a video of incredible looking performer on stage and just this drunk girl getting on stage behind her during a pageant. I can't think of anything more disrespectful. Now the captions, I don't know if it's true or not, so I don't want to say, hey, this is what it was, but basically it was the friend of a fellow or of another contestant who hopped up on stage. But the performer on stage just kept going. Professional. Especially during a pageant, because, if the performer had interacted with that person, the judges might have removed points for them. Good morning, Soraya. Ooh, YouTube account today. Costumed Cacophony. What a great name. I love that. I also want to make sure I can. There we go. Now we can actually. There. I like that. It's fun. Ooh, no, it's not with that. I'm playing with, but I'm pressing buttons. I'm doing a technologies. But yeah, apparently the girl that hopped up on stage was the friend of another contestant, which is so not okay. And I hope the contestant she was friends with read her the riot act. Basically said, hey, way to make me look bad and way to make you look bad. Because that's not cool. I've been at pageants when things went down. I was actually competing for a pageant years ago, and during my talent number, someone in the audience went, next. I ended up winning. Also, to the person who yelled next, I still know who you are, and I've been very nice to you. That was a long time ago. God, that was 8 years ago? No, it's been longer than that. 14. That was 12 years ago. Oh, I've been doing drag for a minute. So yeah. The New Jersey Renaissance Fair was a lot of fun. And there's part of me that feels really weird knowing that they're open today. Consummate mother plus and professional. I try to be. The sad thing is I fail. I have feelings, I have emotions, I get heated about things. That's humanity. I also have a great tan line on my chest right now. Isn't that great? Comment on my DP. But yeah, I try to be professional as much as I can. The New Jersey Renaissance Fair was a beautiful experience. It reinvigorated me a little bit because I've been feeling a lot like Lilia Calderu in Agatha All Along. I have been feeling very forgotten lately. Reaching out to show directors and not hearing anything back, or trying to put myself out there. And I guess I just have to be more annoying about it, but that's not in my nature. I have to stay on top of people about it. I don't find that very professional. I'm grateful for the gigs I am getting, but I'm not a competitive person, so I struggle when it comes to, you know what? Let me rephrase that. I don't like competition, but I am a competitive person, but I avoid competing, if that makes sense. I don't like the person I am when I'm competitive, so I try not to be competitive. The downside is gigs pass me by. Um, People I've known for ages, I hear nothing from. And it sucks. I really do feel forgotten a lot of the time. Um, on a very fun note, I actually got a message. It was either yesterday or the day before. A group chat was started, and it was the coaches from season 2 of Amateur Drag Race. It was most of us. It wasn't everybody. And Aurora, who was judging that year, was also in that group chat because we were looking back on a group number we did to Lady Gaga's Bad Romance. And it was fun. We thought of that number as kind of like the pinnacle of drag at that time because it was wild. It was 7 drag artists all on stage together, all working together, all with the same goals. It was epic. I would love to recreate that number sometime. I wish I had a video of us performing Let the Sunshine In, the Army of Lovers version, because that was incredible. We opened Amateur Drag Race Harrisburg in season 2. This was ages ago. This was back in 2012. That's how long ago it was. 2012 or 2013. Was I Miss Central PA Pride yet? I don't know. Anyway, not important. But we all got together and we rehearsed. And if you've never heard of Army of Lovers, they are a European group. They are gay. They're not all gay, obviously, but the music and it was just so irreverently sexual. Their most well-known song is the song Crucified. I'm crucified, crucified like my Savior. Just great stuff. Um, but they did a cover of Let the Sunshine In from Hair. Um, and it was so cool. It was so like late 90s, early 2000s. I've been remembering the person I was back then, and I'm kind of having a renaissance. Shut up. Uh, I'm having a lot of going back again, um, returning to the things that brought me joy then with the experience I have now, and it's pretty fascinating. Um, for those who don't know, I am back at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair this year. Um, it's my first time on the cast since 2002. Um, but this time I am on the Bacchanalian cast, which is very cool. So full-time contract. Um, I'm also a director this year. Um, I am one of the Blackfriar directors, and that is really kind of amazing because that's kind of where I got my start. Um, I did go to college for theater, and my professors were amazing. I got a lot of practical experience with the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. Um, and between those two, I really put together, you know, a theater career that's lasted, over 20 years. Where do your thoughts go when we lose them? Into the ether. They still exist? No. Oh, why are we getting that deep already? Um, I believe they transfer to another person, which explains why you'll get a thought in your head and you'll go, where did that come from? Ooh, fetch thy coin. I had a phrase at the New Jersey Ren Fair. I Googled it because someone last year asked me how to say a certain phrase in Elizabethan. We are here presenting port. I had to Google that. Stupid. But yeah, I was like, that's a very drag phrase right now. But um, right, the thought simply transfers to another person. I do genuinely believe we are all connected in some way that none of us are meant to understand. My religious background, I guess you would say, I consider myself an omnist, which means I believe there is truth to all religions. I personally believe that faith is real. Um, and what you believe in is real. Um, I don't believe there is one true answer. I believe there is truth in all answers. Ooh, I'm getting deep this morning. Ooh, I'm getting deep like Trixie at the Woods. Um, I don't know where that came from, honestly. Okay, so I am the mental mycelium idea tracks, honestly, right? The mental mycelium idea. We are using the big words this morning. We are thinking. We're doing some stuff today. I love this. A friend of mine once explained her theory on death, which honestly is a topic that horrifies me. I've just never been someone who is at ease with the idea of death, which is awkward. This next thing might need a trigger warning. It's something I've skirted a few times, if you understand my meaning. I thought of it as an option before, and I'm glad I did not utilize that option. But her ideas on death and reincarnation were fascinating because basically the theory was take a jar of pennies. Now take out $1. That's 100 pennies. Cool. Toss those 100 pennies back in the jar. Shake it up. Take another 100 pennies. That first 100 pennies, that was you. The next 100 pennies, that's someone else. They may not be the same ones, but there are elements of the same in them. I'm like, that's fascinating. That's why you have like multiple people who are like, I remember being Joan of Arc. But wait, I remember being Joan of Arc. There may be elements of both of you carrying Joan of Arc. So, yeah. I always thought that was fascinating and very thought-provoking. Is it the correct answer? No. I think as a human being, it would be arrogant for me to say I have the correct answers. I'll take that a step further. I think it is arrogant of any human being to say that they have the correct answer and somebody else is wrong. Right? I love stuff like that too. Technically, my call time today isn't until noon, but the Pride event opens at 11, and Amethyst and I are emceeing today. So I wanted to get ready early. I also wanted to give myself a little extra time because, again, I've been used to Lady Viola face, which, full disclosure, morning, Rob. I Lady Viola takes 30 minutes. Like that makeup is so minimal compared to what I typically do. The trick is, and with Viola, I have a very distinct mindset on her because she's an actor who played women. I am not trying to look, I'm trying to look feminine without being female, but in a very different way than I do as Jade. So I have to, it's a lot of fine line detail. The only correct answers I have are the answers that come from my personal experience. And those answers only track with my lived mayhem. Exactly. Like I can speak my truth, but I can't speak truth for the universe. Oh, we're just spitting out quotes this morning. So usually as Viola, this is the base and the makeup ends here. Because my beautiful white shirt, I don't want covered in makeup. And it always is, you know, there's no stopping that. Put that on a t-shirt. Hell yeah. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this. Like, all of this needs to go on Pearls of Wisdom. By the way, if you're not following, oh shoot, my mouse turned itself. If you're not following Inside the Dry Closet, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, if you go to our Patreon, you get exclusive content via Pearls of Wisdom, which is just a little after show where Amethyst and I get a little more loose with our answers. We're not as, you know, metered in what we're saying. Um, there have been some where we just flat out got pissed about the universe. And all of those pearls of wisdom stay up. So our Patreon only costs $5 a month. Technically, you can subscribe for free, but then you don't get any of the content to it. And to be honest, the Patreon is what's keeping Inside the Drug Closet going, because the price of StreamYard keeps going up, and we don't want the show to end, but you know, I can't afford to do it myself. So, and Amethyst helps out a lot, but it's going up. Some truths are universal, other truths are universal. I was just coming here to talk shit about Dragon. Here we are getting deep and philosophical. So as we're getting philosophical, I want to talk about something that happened to me and really got my wheels turning at the New Jersey Renaissance Fair. I had somebody come up to me, I think it was Saturday of the last weekend I was there, so last weekend, and thanked me for being visible. And I get a feeling that this was someone who is not comfortable being visible. Very nice person. I didn't really get to chat with them. I saw them earlier in the day, told them about my show. They seemed a little blown away that, there's a drag show at the Renaissance Fair. I'm like, I'm not the first. I'm not going to be the last. But I also had a lot of people blown away by my show itself because they were like, that was so clever, but also, how has nobody thought of doing that? I'm like, I don't know. I don't think what I did is that unique, but apparently it is. And now I have legal paperwork for it. So don't come for my idea. Um, and I think it'd be cool eventually. Like, I want to do other Renaissance fairs. I'm trying to put together a demo, but I'm so bad at that stuff. So luckily I had someone reach out and say, hey, I'll put your demo together for you. So I'm gonna take them up on that offer. So I have footage. I have a reel out there, but it's way too long. Like, it's 8 minutes long, and a reel needs to be much shorter. A buddy of mine said he has a 10-second, a 30-second, a 1 minute, and a 3 minute. And I'm like, that's what I need to do. But it's tough. I need someone who is impartial, who's just going to be like, here's the things that people want to see. Because I think, being the artist myself, I think the whole show is important. But let's talk about visibility for a minute, now that I've powdered my eyeball and cannot see. Um, the word visibility really got me thinking, especially with Pride's coming up, because every year I see the arguments of, there should not be a dress code at Pride. I should be free to be who I am. Children don't belong at Pride. And I was thinking to myself, when Pride started, yes, it was a riot. You didn't take your kids to Pride because you couldn't be out in front of your kids. The stigma of being queer I want to say it's going away, but look at any comment section about a pride event and it's toxic as hell. Here's the American flag. Where's my straight pride? Stupid. Your arguments are stupid. The moment you're persecuted for being straight, by all means. Also, no one's persecuting you. My favorite argument right now is, has your life ever been threatened for being heterosexual? Well, into bed it hasn't. Do people on the other side of the planet think you should be put to death just for who you love? Your arguments are stupid. But the argument comes up every year, like, why is pride all ages? We've lost what pride is supposed to be. I hate dress codes at pride events. I understand that. I really do. But I think of this as an evolution of pride. Like York County Pride today, there is an 18 plus area right next to the dressing room, which I think is fascinating. I years ago, I heard a performer very upset because what she wore was very minimal and did not adhere to the dress code for the event. And she took the stance of, this is censorship, this is, telling me how to live my life. And I'm like, no, this is a dress code. This is plain and simple a dress code. If you don't want to adhere to that dress code, fine. You have taken the consent away from every child and every parent at that event. Think about it from the consent point of view. I did a drag bingo, or no, was it a bingo? It was just a drag brunch a couple years ago, and I got to the venue. It's a 21 and up event, and I'm like, okay, I can do some more risque numbers at this. And then there were children there. And the owner of the venue was just kind of like, yeah, they talked to me. Their kids don't mind swearing and stuff. So I said they could come. And I was like, well, I have to change my numbers. And they were like, no, no, no. The parents consented. My response was, I didn't. I'm not comfortable putting myself out there in front of kids like that. That's not okay to me. If the parents were cool with it, fine. But, consent isn't just a one-way street. Consent is a multifaceted thing. So as the performer, I did not consent. So I changed what I was doing. During my show in New Jersey, I point out that my show is suitable for all ages. My show is also interactive. So if the audience makes an inappropriate suggestion, I don't repeat it. And the sad thing is, some of the suggestions I get are not inherently inappropriate, but they lead to inappropriateness. So I steer from it. And I think that's because I've seen performers make bad choices. It happens. We're human. But just because my good Judy down the street did a certain thing doesn't mean I'm going to do that certain thing. I get compared. Hey, Jess, I get compared all the time to another drag artist, especially when it comes to Renaissance fairs. And people always assume we do the same thing. We don't. We are so different. She's talented. But I've had to explain to people, like, you put me on the adult stage. Why? Well, like you have an adult set, right? No, I don't have an adult set. I could. I almost made my last show at the fair an adult set, but where I was located, kids can walk by and kids could sit in the audience. And it's Scarlet Overkill. They always compare us because she's the talented one. I love you, girl. Um, but yeah, like if a kid could walk by my show, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that. I love you too, girl. Can't wait to see you today. Um, that's Scarlet Overkill, Miss Central Pennsylvania Pride 2017. 2017, yeah. I'm getting good at remembering all of our years. Uh, Alize, how are you? I was talking about you yesterday because I friggin' miss you, and I feel like it's been 500 years since I've seen you. Um, and it makes me sad. Damn it. Um, you've been so busy. I'm like, Alize doesn't like me anymore. Um, just woke up. Need to get my butt in gear. I feel that. Oh, my eyes popped open right at 6:30, thinking, "Oh my God, time to throw the face on and get to the fair." Nope. Well, the fairgrounds, but this is also the first time I've painted my chest in like weeks. Look at that. Look at that cleavage. Yeah, smoke and mirrors. Ooh. Jason, hello there. Ooh, people are popping in now. Yay. We were just talking about visibility. But yeah, going back to that person who like pulled me aside to thank me for being visible at the fair, that floored me. I put a Facebook post up that was basically like, thank you for like appreciating my visibility when I thought I was invisible. Because I really have felt invisible lately. Um, I'm trying to move my life in a forward direction, but since the breakup, um, the tits are titting. They do that. They do. What did my boyfriend say? I'm all titted up this morning. I know. I think these kids. Um, but yeah, I've since the breakup, I've had a lot of people like I've reached out and I've tried to continue a lot of friendships, and I don't hear from people, and it got really upsetting for a while and led to quite a healthy dose of depression. Did I say healthy? Not what I meant. Um, but yeah, I'm glad Pride season is here because there are so many people I miss. Alize being one of them. Um, but also life is exhausting. Today is also one of those weird days where if I shut up and think about it, I have three different places that I need to be today that would like my presence. So I'm not invisible. I just feel that way sometimes. And after the last year and a half, sometimes it's hard to focus on the positives. Um, but I'm excited for today. Although I had to change one of my numbers because my dumbass was carrying groceries yesterday and I twisted my knee. So don't expect some dance moves from me today because they're not happening. Um, my number at Pride is just fun and playful and a song about moving forward. Get my I love you. I'll see you today. Sounds good. Hey, if you ever want to join me on live, let me know, because that's all I'm doing today, and I can add you to the StreamYard. Looking forward to seeing you too, Jess. I am literally at the stage the entire day. Um, which is gonna be fun. Kudos to Regina Holiday for putting together a friggin' script for us. Like we have talking points. I'm like, girl, what is your writing background? What are your credits? Um, it's fantastic. And like usually Amethyst and I can just banter, but we will have interpreters there today, so it's, you know, to help them out as well. Because Amethyst and I are never the type to go off script. Um, Never, ever, ever. Also, everybody, make sure you are there nice and early. Um, Let me find, when is your Pride hosts? Just pulling up my script now. Make sure you are there at noon because there's going to be something very special happening on the stage at noon. Um, our new ambassador has been chosen. Speaking of ambassadors, tickets are still available for the Pride Festival of Central Pennsylvania pageant, which is going to be amazing. Still here, still proud, still American. We are celebrating 30 years of Pride Festival of Central PA title holders. Um, we'll obviously be celebrating our current ambassador, Enigma, as she does her step down. Uh, Entertainers include Poison, Star Powers, Mia D'Amore, Mikel Bono, Ashley Lynn. Donovan T. Hegrate is going to be there. He is not going to be performing, but he is celebrating a anniversary this year. There will also be Amethyst Diamond, myself, Joey Morgan, China Buffet Ciara, Tequila Daniels, Scarlet Overkill, Ingenue, and Jasmine LaBelle Houston. So that's going to be incredible. But more incredible than that, well, maybe more incredible than that, we'll also be having an official after party at the Capital City Music Hall where the pageant is taking place, hosted by DePiro's Divas. So the hosts will be Enigma and Ashlyn Manhattan. Music will be spun by DJ Madge, and that will be the first public performance of our new Central PA Pride ambassador. You may be asking yourself, hello, Sean, how are you? Now you may be asking yourself, hey, who's competing for that pageant? Well, I'm going to make the announcement right now. We have 6 incredible contestants lined up that night. They have been working very hard. Their music is due in less than a week. But our 6 contestants for the pageant are going to be contestant number 1, Evelyn Phantasma, contestant number 2, Lisa Corolla, contestant number 3, Solar System, contestant number 4, Regina Holiday, contestant number 5, Estella Green, and contestant number 6, Beto. So make sure you come out to that because it is going to be one hell of a pageant. Tickets are currently available on Ticketmaster, which is where Capital City Music Hall does all of their ticketing. You can either get tickets for just the pageant, just the after party, or both. If you do both, it is discounted. it's going to be a wild night. So we are also celebrating our first 30th anniversary of title holders. Our very first Central PA Pride ambassador will be there. So, oh, the NEPA Pride Fest pageant is that night as well. Boo! I'm gonna yell at Callie. No, I'm not. Have some fun at that pageant. My thing about pageants, and I've told this story before. It's not a new story, but it's a great story. Go into it to have fun. Do it because you want the job, not because you want the crown. The crown doesn't make you, you make the crown. When I competed for Queen of Hope, it was the second pageant they had ever had. The contestants were myself, Bree McPhee, Fancy Dismount, and Sakura B. Love. And that dressing room was joyful. Mesro King or Mesro Prince and there was another king competing. Was it Landon? I think it was Landon. They were also competing because it was a Mr. and Miss pageant. But that dressing room was joyful. You know, we were playfully shady with each other. We checked our egos at the door. You know, we were representing an anti-bullying organization by being wretched backstage. No, we were playful. We were having fun. I remember Brie at one point, she looked at my interview uniform and it was a Victorian coat, which I absolutely loved at that time. Because I was doing a ton of murder mysteries at the time, and I was like, well, this is a key element of what I do and who I am. And she was like, Jade, whose funeral is it? Yours. Good morning, David. How are you? Happy Pride, honey. Hey, Rachel. I am doing great. Doing it as a chance to learn and grow and slightly to show off my Poke Drag. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's, you know, why I wore what I wore for that pageant. I was like, I want them to see what I do. You know, since I started drag, I've been told numerous times that's not drag. Sure is. I was tasked to talk to a local venue and put together a nerdy drag night because we don't have anything like that around here. And I thought that would sound fun. I don't have the time to be a show or a show director right now. I don't have the time. I don't have the wherewithal. This is not the moment. I am cool being in shows. I'm one of the organizers for the Pride Festival of Central PA pageant. But other than that, like I'm busy. She's busy. She's a working woman. And she's not even a woman. No, I'm swamped with stuff. Last night I was, you know, when I twisted my knee, I was like, okay, I can't really get up and work on things. I'm going to finish rhinestoning one of the outfits I have for today. I had been inspired for a while to put together an outfit that's inspired by some of the parade outfits from Disneyland Paris. They're very paint themed, and I've wanted a version of that for a while. So I had commissioned someone to do the work on it, and kudos to them. They were like, I don't think I'm going to do this justice. So they gave it back, and I gave it my best and I really like how it turned out. It's not perfect and I don't care because perfection is boring. Um, you say flawless, I say stagnant. A lot of Amethyst Diamond quotes have really been like sticking in my head lately. Like, they're not flaws, they're facets. Every flaw just makes you shine brighter. She needs a merch line, is what she needs. Meanwhile, I've kind of halted the Inside the Drag Closet merch line because it wasn't going anywhere. We might do it again. Also, the rates for my website like tripled in the last year. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I was paying $60 a year. Now I'm paying $160 a year. Explain it to me like I'm a child. Like, what changed? Nothing? Cool. So I might reserve my domain name and just kind of go, okay, we're going to a different, we're making a different choice. Amethyst deep cuts. Ooh, nice. I actually quote her in my Ren Fair show. Um, Jess, you were the only one who bought the newest merch, which I appreciate. But yeah, the new merch shop, like, I thought it looked cool. We don't have access to the old merch shop. So any sales that were done through that didn't come to us. Um, but yeah. Okay. Now comes the part I've been dreading. Need help with new website? Let me know. I will. Um, doing a face that is not Viola. Time to not be in my comfort zone for a little while. Also going back to Jade's eyebrow stencil and not Viola's. On a completely unrelated topic, I nared my arms this morning because I hate shaving them because I always have nicks and cuts and stuff. And good God, they said it was supposed to smell like lavender. It smells like burning hair. There's no lavender in that burning hair, but smooth. Um, oh no, the boyfriend has awoken. I hear him moving around down there. Near my entire body every week. I almost feel like I should at this point, but like most of it isn't an issue for me. Like I'm not I'm not a hairy human being, but I like my arms get that way. I'm starting to get like two or three on my shoulders. That's fun. Um okay. I need I need a moment to think about what am I wearing today? Am I going to do everything from this little palette right here? Yes. Yes, I am. Um, yeah. I was supposed to go to the beach last week, but the boyfriend was in a car accident, and it was more important for me to come home. He is okay. Um, his car was totaled. Unfortunately, somebody ran a red light, and he and his passengers were shaken up, but are okay. It was right before the fair opened in the morning, so I was starting to get messages from him while I was at morning meeting. Called him back, and he was shaken, but he's okay. He also has a new car. I literally just thought, okay, I have a fun color scheme. I know what I want to do. And then my brain went, it's a trans pride flag. It's not my flag to wear. Crap. What am I going to do? Oh, wait a minute. I have my purple palette here. Oh, that's not it. Stay. Um, we'll do pink and purple today. Okay. So we're going to put the kimchi palette away. We're going to dig out, what is this palette called again? The artistry palette. I know for a fact that's not what this is called. Um, we're going to have some fun. Purple is always a good choice. I agree. Oh, what if I blend that? Okay, calm down. Shut up, Devere. Um, gonna have dark brows today. I'm doing a lot of bumped wigs today. Or no, I'm doing one bumped wig with my own hairline peeking out. So ugh. Oh, leaning in like that smells like burnt hair. That's gross. I've been seeing all these hair removal products on TikTok lately, and I'm like, I'm curious. Right. Let's. I'm gonna get creative because I have time, which means I'm about to do something I'm gonna grow to hate. Uh, choices are about to be made. David, I was telling people about the group chat that we had this week, the amateur drag race coaches reunion. Which was so nice because it really was like peak drag. Like we were amazing, and we still are. But like I think half of that group chat has retired from doing drag. Um, two have moved to other sides of the country. My goal is to be the next one to retire. That's fun. Okay. Put down the wigs for dumbbells. Yep. You had dumbbells in your life before the weights. Um, what color do I want to utilize? Let's use this. Let's see how this. I was about to make the joke, and I was like, nope, not my place. You'll get there. Ooh. Thank you. Luckily, today's Pride is indoors. Like it's not a competition between prides, but York wins. Uh Kidding. I'm actually excited. Next week I'm at Lancaster Pride, and I haven't been to the venue that Lancaster Pride is in this year. It's a couple of years ago there was a director of entertainment who we were not on the same page, and he banned me. Um and then the board stepped in and was like, why are all these people banned? And you know, I am welcome back now, which is lovely. Amethyst and I will actually be emceeing together from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. I'm excited about the lineup for today too. Like, it is a fantastic lineup. We had a couple people have to withdraw last minute, and I'm glad we got the replacements. Like, I'm excited that Candy Bar is going to be there. Like, her and I like really clicked when we hosted together at uh the Lighting the Way to Pride show. That was so much fun. She's a performer that has really stepped up her game. So keep an eye on her. She's a monster. Uh, joined at the broken hips. Accurate. So accurate. She will always remind me that I am older than she is by just over a year. The bitch. Part of me wants to use glitter today, and part of me does not. I don't like glitter. But I really want that area to be. She she really has had an incredible glow up. And I think it's because she went through she had some hard lessons thrown her way, and she learned from them and has come out stronger. So she is amazing. Ooh, don't like that. Glitter takes forever to remove. Amen. I think what I'm gonna do, I wasn't going to, but I don't. I got these pencils on the TikTok shop just because they were cheap, and I was like, let's give them a try, and I've really enjoyed them. Um, the colorful ones are fantastic. The white isn't quite giving. Um, but that's the way it is. In the words of my ancestors, it do be like that. Like, I have glitter here, but I'm gonna be in drag a long time today, and the last thing I want is like glitter in my eyes. Oh, there's someone coming up the stairs. Is it a stranger? Are you here to rob me? Oh, The answer is yes. Send help. How are you? This looks great.
Thank you.
It's very fun. Yeah. You got your jeans into your boots.
I did.
Nice.
I was like, I'm gonna put them on now. I've got to make sure it actually goes in.
Yeah, that's valid.
I've been looking through streaming your makeup tree.
Your whatever this is. Awesome. You look fantastic. Ooh, not on camera. Gay. All right. I'll see you in a little bit. I love you. Since I started painting, I have had the song that won Eurovision stuck in my head, Bangaranga. It is so fun. If you have not heard that song yet, look up Dara Bangaranga. Bangaranga. It is, you know, when a song gets in your soul, it's doing that for me. You got me doing makeup D&D today. Yes. Can't wait. I got some. Absolutely. If I had nailed the last audition I did, I would have had to audition or do the callback yesterday. Long story short, I am still in Pennsylvania, but I actually at the fair I was chatting with a friend of mine who has done the Disney and Universal and SeaWorld tracks basically. And is currently working at Epic Universe, and I got some great advice. So, fingers crossed. We're still looking at places. We're looking at apartments right now just to see like where we land, and the goal will be stay there until we can get like a house. To repaint that a little bit, but that's okay. That's why I started getting ready early. I want that mermaid brush. I got that years ago on Amazon. Like, Mia, hello. thank you so much for doing those shows lately. Like Mia will be celebrating her 20th anniversary of being our Central PA Pride title holder at the pageant on June 26th. It was funny. All of the formers have a Facebook group, and I reached out and I was like, who would like to be at the pageant this year? And I was very happy. I got a 5 year, 10 year, 15, 20, 25, and 30 year anniversary. So we're going to celebrate them all. What? Oh, did everybody crash at my house? It's lovely. I missed a spot. It's like here-ish. It's fine. It's called Fashion Mom. Look it up. Now I'm officially taking way more time than I wanted to, but that is okay because I know what I want it to look like. I did. Um, that was such a weird day because some of those interviews went really well. Some of them were, let's just say, didn't go as well as mine did. Um, but yeah, that was a fun one. And I was part of a stage combat duo at that time, but we could not find my fight partner. So we were like, oh well, I'm flying solo on this. Okay. We like that. That with a dark brow is going to be beautiful. I wish this didn't look as muddy as it does. And I don't know why it does, but oh well. So I want to do a purple underneath it. The downside about so many purples is they disappear very quickly. Um, the outfit I was working on that I'm going to wear today, I was super excited because it had this beautiful. I loved how professional the guy doing who couldn't remember your name, right? Um, which was literally he met me 30 seconds before that, and he had just come from like they filmed all of those stingers really fast. So kudos to him for getting words out. Like, I'm not going to fault him that. Um, that I hadn't done that show for 13 years now. Because it comes up in my Facebook memories all the time, and I'm just like, I remember doing that. Oh, right. Trying to go a little 80s. Um, where's my secret makeup tool? It's in the makeup kit. I'm just, I've been toying with my look lately. Um, Mostly because of the pencil set I got, because I really do enjoy it. Mm, I like this nice bright white. The downside is makeup doesn't stick to it very well. I should be listening to one of my songs for today, but because it's going to be my first time performing it, it's very 80s. Um, it's it's Julie Brown, so you know it's going to be nuts. And if anybody doesn't know who Julie Brown is, my sciatica hates you. Uh, what was that? Right? What was the TV show she did for what? Strip Mall. She did a TV show called Strip Mall, and it was horrible, but in a great way. She's probably most well known for the movie Earth Girls Are Easy. She performed a lovely song called "Cause I'm a Blonde." And she has like full albums out, like, oh, Dare to Be Truthful. Yeah. I would have loved a Julie Brown and Judy Tenuta team up, and I feel like it had to have happened, but if it did, I never saw it, and I think that's a crime against humanity. But yeah, like Julie Brown, Judy Tenuta, just incredible. I was explaining who Judy Tenuta was at work the other day because we were talking about comedians, and I was like, I would love to explain some of her comedy, but you just have to witness it. The last time I auditioned for RuPaul's Drag Race, I actually did Judy Tenuta as one of my celebrity impersonations. So there's an accordion sitting right there that has not been touched in years. I met a guy who drives a truck. He can't tell time, but he sure can drive. Stupid lyrics. I asked his name and he had to think. Could I found the missing link? He's so stupid. You know what he said? Oh, I forgot what he said because it was so stupid. This is so different than what I've done over the last few weeks. David, did you see the message I sent you? There's a there's a group chat going on for hosting today, and Amethyst and I are both like, "Oh, there's a script. We're gonna bring our reading glasses." Okay, that purple is not sticking very well, so kind of want to just try feathering it out, but I also kind of don't. Wait. My lavender somewhere. Guessing the Your Pride Library will be open. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's sticking better. This lavender is one of my favorite little makeup colors. And I ordered it before I learned that the influencer was a garbage human being. I'm not throwing it away. I'm going to use every last bit of it. But I will not say their name because screw them. how old the two of you are. We literally, I just got glasses for the first time in a long time. I wore glasses before, but you know, it was time. And Amethyst, she's gonna kill me for saying this. Um, Went to her eye doctor, and they were like, maybe you should start using readers. The homophobia in our society is out of control. Um, but yeah, so we're both gonna like kudos to Regina for putting together an entire script today, which is going to be incredibly helpful for the interpreters. It's also going to be my first time wearing glasses in drag. Well, wearing glasses to actually see in drag. On an unrelated Enigma, how are you? The pictures from Dine and Divas were adorable. Hope the show last night went really well. I've been talking up your step down the whole time I've been getting ready. I feel like I'm going to spray this, then do my brows. But nope, I'm going to do my brows. That's kind of what happened to me. I went for an eye appointment because at work, like I'm doing a lot of sewing right now, and I was really struggling with some of it. So I was like, am I at bifocal time? And lo and behold, I was. Um, so now I have a nice set of transitions. Um, I love them. I made a joke about that during my show last year. I'm officially this old. If you know, you know. Ew, gay. In front of my Pride Month. Have a great day. Just don't break your hip. Don't tell me how to live my life. I'm a moderately strong woman of a certain age. I don't need nobody telling me what to do. I'm sure I got enough sleep. Love you too, girl. I like how this turned out. Now it's the put it all away before you start messing with it. It's itself off. Oh, that'll wake you up. Yeah. I knew I was forgetting something. Where's the palette I just used? Oh, that's stuff. Because I am bumping my hair, I just darken my hairline a little bit. See you, Jess. Oh, son of a bitch. Here we go. Very fun. I am happy with this. I also haven't done my nose yet, son of a bitch. It's like, this is cute, but something's missing. Right, I haven't done anything on my nose. That's better. Get rid of that. Anybody want a workout ball? My goal is to be there. I still believe that is achievable. We need to stop at the boyfriend's pharmacy to pick up his medication on the way, but that should not take too terribly long. I think I'm in good shape. Oh, Alice is live too. I should go over and bomb her live. Do I want to use a crit? Nope. Nope. Stop trying to get creative. I'm totally gonna. I just messaged Alice. Why aren't you ready yet? Not responding. Boo. So, fun story. Um, while I was in Jersey, I I had to come back to PA. Like I said before, boyfriend was in a car accident. Um, wanted to come back and be here for him. Um, and I I tried loading out, I tried packing up everything, and things just were not working out. So I was like, screw it. I'm leaving my stuff at the fair. I need to get home. And I have my lashes. And I was like, shoot, I don't have anything to put my lashes in. So I put my lashes in like this old lash case from Spirit Halloween. And then as I was getting ready, I pulled out the wrong lashes, threw them on, and went, oh, wait a minute. I love these lashes. So I am using my Spirit Halloween lashes today. The other lashes I got out of the clearance bin at Giant. It was like a massive pack of lashes for $4. I was like, I would be a damn fool to not grab them. They are really, but today calls for these. Done. Okay, everybody. Now that these are on, I am actually going to log out of here. Um, if you're going out to York Pride, I look forward to seeing you there. If you have nothing going on tomorrow evening, over at the Midtown Cinema, Amethyst and I will be at a Priscilla Queen of the Desert watch party, and all of the proceeds will go to the Tom Finn Impact Fund, um, which is a great organization. If you get a chance, look them up on Facebook. Basically, the entire organization helps LGBTQIA plus individuals who have been through addiction. So I'm still learning more about the organization, but that's the like Cliff Notes version of what they do. So happy Pride, everyone. Go out, make fun choices, and I will see you soon. Goodbye, everyone.